Hi everyone, this is Paul Lange from Disciplined Trading Strategies with this week's Trade of the Week video. This is for the week ending November 10th, 2019. This happened on Thursday the 7th. The stock was Bidu, B-I-D-U. Tier 1 gap was a strategy entry on a 1-minute shakeout. Management simple and reward to risk 2.3 to 1. As usual, the free stuff this week, all the way to Saturday, nothing during the week. There are some things going on for the DTS seminar program students, but not part of the free stuff program. Coffee with Paul Saturday at 9 o'clock has been a very popular thing. Been doing about once a month or every 3 weeks. Come join us. You can read what we're going to talk about. We'll see you there. The daily chart for Baidu. This is based on a tier 1 gap. Some of the plays I like to do are based on gaps, maybe about 25%, but during earnings season that peaks up a little bit because there are more gaps to look at. And we've had some nice gaps this last week that have been very beneficial. I like to keep a variety of things on my screen and then pick the best of the best, whether that be the gaps for the day, the market itself, hourly chart setups, or daily chart setups. Today and some of the other days we've had some nice gaps. So Baidu was chosen this morning. It was a favorite gap. This is the daily chart and it was going to open right here. On the weekly chart that also looked really nice. And the stock opened, clearing all of that area in there, and it rallied right out of the gates. And I was doing something else at the open. I did like this one a lot. It could have been done early, but I started to follow it about 10-15 minutes into the open, and I'll show you the entry that I took on it. This is a 60-minute chart. It doesn't show you a whole lot more, just kind of showing you how that gap landed. We did kind of move up the prior 3 days, and then we gapped above this whole area, and it moved up very nice. Notice that move, most of it came the first 60 minutes of the day, the first 30 minutes of the day, actually. There's a 5-minute chart giving you a little perception of there's the gap up. You're not seeing the rest of the chart there in terms of the prior day, but you're seeing the day of the trade. That is where my entry came on that little shakeout bar. This is a very, very strong gap. And when you like the gap that much, any little shakeout that happens like that is very likely going to resolve itself higher. I got a really good entry in there at 117.46. Put the stop down further than I needed to, but gave it a little bit of room, 116.49, and the stock was off. I took a little bit of a cheap first target there, 118.19, and then a second target at 119.88, and the goal was to hold the rest to the end of the day. And I ended up taking when it surged right after 11 o'clock a little bit. Ended up being a good idea because it went sideways the rest of the day. It did rally more into the close and it did close above that a little bit, but I would have had to sit there all day holding it, and of course it could always go the other way on you. So that last target I think was just fine. First one, a little cheap. A little better look at the entry on the 1-minute chart. You're starting right at the beginning of the day, and that's that little shakeout that happened that got me in. And then you can see target 1 and target 2, and target 3 is off the chart here, so you don't see that one. This is one of those gaps. You could have got in it open and held till close. It was kind of the goal. I didn't end up doing that way because there's some other things going on, but it ended up being a very nice trade. This one actually only lasted an hour, believe it or not, and did very well. This, like all the other trades done in the DTS Trading Room, if you like the style that I have, I don't think you find a better place. Come join us. We try and get the job done early in the morning. I come prepared with a nice watch list that's been carefully chosen. And if you want to follow along, things are explained well ahead of time. You're very able to do so if you choose to do so. Most of the time, very liquid stocks, occasional exceptions when we're trying to chase a gap on something we don't know as well, but generally very easy to follow along. Any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. Until next time, this is Paul at DTS. Good trading, everybody.